Oh, hello and welcome to the show. My name is Relevant. This is Do All the Things, and today I'm modding on my Jet City amp again. Bit of an informal shoot today. I'm in pajama pants. It's a Saturday. I don't normally shoot on Saturdays, but I want to get this done. And that is, you know, the effects loops in the Soldano and the Jet City, well, they kind of suck. And so in my Jet City, I don't actually use pedals, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. You know, about the two pedals that I have that I might use in an effects loop is I have an EQ pedal, a Boss EQ pedal, Graph. Don't really need it with this amp. It sounds pretty good as is. And then you have, you know, I have a delay pedal, but I'm not much of a pedal guy. And the effects loop on this, oh, it sucks. They do the effects loop at the Jet City the same way they do it in pretty much the Soldano. So, you know, here is V3 and here's where it sends, and it's a cathode follower. We got a high value resistor, we got a low value resistor, and then it taps off the center there. Now, there is a mod that apparently is supposed to fix the problem. You replace this with a 1K, and then over on the recovery, you put a bypass capacitor across the cathode here. And I did that mod, and it still sucks. For some reason, when I plug a Boss pedal into it, it kills the high end. There's just something going wrong there. I don't know. I'm gonna look into redesigning it. I just built a Soldano for someone and they might want to use pedals and it's having the same symptom because it has the same circuit. I might have to sort that problem out for him. But in the meantime, you know, if I ever seriously am jamming and need effects pedals, I'll deal with it then, but I don't need it here. Now, actually, for a second here, let's look at how other people do this circuit. Here's Mesa, dual rectifier. Cathode follower send, oh, the high value is at the bottom and the low value is at the top, and they take from the center. And they also have a level, which kind of compensates for any flaws. Oh, here's the Crate Blue Voodoo combo, the 60. The big Blue Voodoo head has a solid state. Once again, it's a cathode follower. They're taking from the top of the cathode and then just have a basic ground shunt after the coupling capacitor. The low values at the top, the high values at the bottom, and then they have this strap. And I know this effects loop works. I have that amp. Who else do we got here? The PV5150. Very few people call BS on that amp. Now it's hard to follow what's going on here, but it is followable. Here it is. Again, low value at the top, high value at the bottom. The output's taking from the top, and there's this strap. Now, what do the Mesa and the Crate and the 5150 have in common? Well, not sure about the Mesa, but they were designed by, I guess, electrical engineers. Whereas Soldano, I don't want to talk ill of the guy because I don't know him, but you know, my Sherlock Holmes here says he was a guy in his shop, quite like me, who wasn't an expert and just kind of was dinking around and figured something out that he liked. And you know, a cathode follower does pretty much work, and he just kind of YOLO bombed it in there, but it's a bit crude. So at any rate, I want it gone because, you know, as good as tubes are, they do have flaws. That's why we like them, the color that they add to the tone. They're not 100% transparent, and this adds another something to your signal chain that I find, you know, can make or break it. In the case of this V4 position, you know, when I did the mod, I found the amp sounded worse. Tubes did not respond as nicely to it, and sounds that I liked, putting certain tubes that I liked in that position, I wasn't getting those sounds anymore. Specifically my LND 150 substitute unit that replaces a tube with MOSFET transistors, it sounded awesome before because it's very transparent compared to a normal tube. But then I did this mod and no go. It turns out the LND 150s do not like big bypass capacitors like the 22U that they're asking you to put in there. So that said, I got the old heat iron fired up here. I'm just gonna go start gutting on this pupper. So R21, this is where we're gonna start because we're removing this whole tube section from the circuit. So I'm pulling R21. That's this guy right here. I am so liking how easy it is to mod on this chassis because it has such big pads on this side. R21's gone. We're gonna remove R19 also because, well, that's gonna make things inert. Oh, look at that. It's a 100K. Really? Yeah, looks like it was supposed to be a 100K. Funny because it's been changed already. Get out of there, bud. And now that tube is no longer gonna work. So we can't disconnect power here, so, you know, maybe just don't put something in there after. R23, I guess we can take that out too, and I actually might have to do this mod. Where is it? Oh, geez, R23 is hanging out in there. Oh! It's connected to this buzzy circuit. Oh boy, we're gonna lose our diode clipping, or will we? I'm gonna have to figure out where to splice that pupper back in. This mod, the plot just thickened. I don't really use this diode clipping feature. It's fun once in a while, specifically on the Crunch channel. I have a Jubilee if I want the diode clipping tone. So R23's out. The diode clipper is basically a module that they clipped onto this position here. So in theory, we still can get it to work, and even in that exact position once we finished our mod. R51 going into 7. Well, that's inert now, so not like that matters. So what's going on over here? This is where our send is, C15. C15's coming out. What's R25 here? R25's connected very close to C15. Oh, R25 is the 2.2K that I replaced with the 1K. So yeah, that's gone. So the rest of this stays the same. R26, where's that? That's the next one we have to screw with right there. We need to put R26, the 100K, there. So basically we put it where R25 was. We're gonna have to clear out the holes associated with C15. So let's pull R26 and move it over to the R25 position. Ow! Don't be so hot. That's what he said. All right, we'll tack her down. So now we have to jumper R26 so that 100K can connect to ground and get its functionality. And then I believe R51 is just a jumper. Yeah, we'll use this R51 jumper. It's quick and easy, it's right there. And put that over in R26. So now, essentially what we've done here is we've just made this a jumper so that it's just directly connected, and we've made this the 100K. C15 has been removed, and then we're going to be able to use the terminal position in which C15 plugs into to get signal off the tube at the top of the cathode resistor on the cathode of this, identically to how it's done here. We just have to figure out which position of C5 here, or C15, connects to the top of the tube. Or not the top of the tube, the top of the resistor, the tube itself. Where's all my test leads, bud? Oh, they're hanging over in the wrong department. Alright, let's do some continuities here. Some continuities, bud. So it's gonna be the cathode, that's pin 9 there. Or no, we're dealing over in V3 territory. It says it's pin 3 on V3. 1, 2, 3, right here. It appears to be this position here. So this should be grounded out. No, 1/2 of this 100K should be grounded out. Right there. These should, yeah, which means this should, wow, this is making a lot of sense. That's a ground point there. Which side of this is grounded out? Not that side. That side's grounded out. This should connect to this, should connect to pin 3 on the tube. Yeah, I'm connecting to pin 3 on the tube. One of these capacitor positions, not that one, or yeah, this one. So that's the capacitor position we need to worry about right there. I'm gonna mark it. That's our new output to the effects loop, but not really. Basically, we need to connect that over to here. So how are we gonna do that? Via R23 over here. So we gotta figure out which side of this R23 was the ground closest to the chassis. So this top of R23 here, that connects most likely into our tone stack. So that would connect to, it says, where is our tone stack? We're looking for R24 or C14. R24, C14. Oh, there's one. Oh, there we go. We got C14. Where's R24? You know, R24 could be all screwed up. Oh, that's R24 right over here. Yep. Okay. So we need to connect a jumper wire from there to there. Easy. So I want to take a moment to think about how I'm going to re-implement this, this sexy. Oof. Which side's which here now? So that's the original cathode resistor that was in that position. Guess we can take that off. Easy enough to put that on the ground, and yeah, I guess we could just clip this on that cathode follower, and it's gonna work the same as it did before. Need a little scrap piece of wire here. It doesn't need to be very long, like 2-3 inches. And that's slacked. Usually I throw out pieces of wire that's short. All right, get that wire in the holder. if we can. Of course, it's not cleared yet. And then that jumper wire is just gonna go into that hole. Let's look into our, ooh, it's this little capacitor. Needs to jam into that hole, eh? Don't mind this mod once in a while. Can we jam that all into the holes together? Hole's not quite big enough. Mod's done dumbly. Okay, our primary concern is to get this wire in there nice. Then we'll just tack that capacitor over top. We'll slack the wire a bit there. I wish I could find a way to apply this to just the crunch channel. I did some experiments, but nothing on the crunch channel is actually outputting quite enough gain to really light it up. This thing, it's calibrated for that not crunch channel. Alright, let's solder down those diodes. I didn't make this mod, by the way, so don't ask me much about it. Just a random diode clipping mod someone put in this amp. That should work now. And our mod is done. And again, this is a more informal filming session, so I don't feel like setting up the cabinets and the mics to record. I guess I can plug it in there real quick to test on it, but I'm not really going to be able to tell how much better it sounds until I get it over on the other side and really start playing with it. Who knows, maybe I made a mistake here and it's about to explode. I think there was other things that I wanted to do while I was in here. Oh yeah, I have to test the I hear hiss. Something's working. Ah! Clipping mod still works. Okay, so the mod was successful in the sense that the amp still works. Whether it's going to sound better, I don't see why not. This mod's extremely transparent. We removed extra crap we don't need. So now I'm going to go play on it, and I'm going to tell ya how it sounded like. Okay, put it here. Put it right here. Did it work? Does it sound better? Does it sound better? Okay, that's enough. There's some other pokings arounds I want to do in here for plannings and schemings. But other than that, that's about it for today, buds. Hey, stay tuned, because I need to fix the bias circuit on this thing. And then I got other stuff I want to do with the Jubilee. And then I got this other little friggin' weird amp that I want to work on. It's just this tiny little dealie. Stay tuned. I'm still tinkering on amps. Oh, these are waggly. 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 All right. Put this down.